Hello, and thank you for coming back. My name's Bill Gibbons, and this is my diary. I'm just having a glance down. Yes, the picture looks stable. And hardly any lag, so we'll give it a go from here, shall we? It's been a few days getting from there to here. I don't know, I've deleted one episode that I put up and I'm redoing that as today's. It was the 28th and the recording was a bit wonky, so now I've finally rebuilt the laptop and finally got an external USB sound card working. I've got another one on order that's a USB hub with sound card, which makes more sense because if I'm restricted to a laptop with two USB ports, I might as well put a hub on either side, so I've got space for expansion. I've tied the desk up, I've tidied the cables up, I've even tied in the cables to the extension arm, so they should be a lot better and there should be less background noise now. I've even tidied up the phone, so now I've just got the main buttons that I need. 25 bags of rubbish, no communication from the council. I've contacted the ombudsman's housing information. I haven't contacted the local government ombudsman yet. Well, they said they've got 12 weeks to respond, but I need to put another complaint in. As I said, there's 4 complaints already against the police because a hate crime happened on Saturday, and well, they think COVID reports from a black woman is more important than a hate crime from a white man. So now we know how the Met assess their priorities. I've even sent an email or a tweet to the Met Contact Centre. I've sent tweets to them before and they get ignored the majority of the time. It's hit and miss when they get responded to. I need to put a complaint into NHS England in a moment and send an email to the Standards Commissioner for Parliament because as far as I'm aware, Ian Duncan Smith is in breach of his standards. He's not upholding duty of law or discrimination. Section 5 it came down to, on the old copy that I had. Strange, I don't know. I got it off the fucking website. And yet I'm using an old copy. It's amazing how many people rely on websites just being what they've been told without actually testing them. The bloke went away to test it. I really don't know what to do. I've got some thermal paste and an air canister for. I'm going to give the laptop a quick service. It needs it after God knows how many years. I don't think I've taken the heatsink off and redone the thermal paste, so it's probably dried up. So I'm going to redo the heatsinks tomorrow and clean out the air ducts. I've tried with a vacuum cleaner, but you do need an air can. I mean, there was a little bit of dust that I removed, but you do need to spray it out. And then when I put the thermal paste down, Sasha did say use liquid metal, and I was too scared. This is the only laptop that actually does what I need it to, and I wasn't too sure what metal the heatsink was. So for now, I'm going to put standard thermal, Arctic 5 I think it is. I think I did put some thermal paste on a couple of years ago, but it was old thermal paste anyway. So I thought I'd treat the laptop to some decent thermal paste, and once I take it off, I'll be able to tell whether it's an aluminium or copper heatsink. If it's copper, I can use liquid metal, and you get better cooling with that, apparently. I have seen the demos on YouTube, and you do get a lot better cooling. But I'll try with the standard thermal paste, and we'll see what it gets to. Because doing this, although having said that, doing this now, it doesn't seem to be spinning the fans as much as it was a few days ago. So I think between the rebuild and changing the resolution, all sorts of stuff, and new drivers, then it's probably not that hot anyway. But I mean, after 6 minutes the fans aren't on. I wonder if I can find that. No, I can't see it. No, can't see it. But I think it's definitely heating up, because the frame time render is gradually creeping up. So I'm assuming that's because the processor's heating up. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm sitting here stressed all day trying to get through to people. I got through to the Qualities and Advisory Service 5 times, and they kept asking me to call back because there's no one available. Why pick the phone up if there's no one available? Just leave it ringing. Or is that against your code of conduct or something? So if you pick the phone up and tell people to call back, you meet the targets? Really? It's supposed to be answered within 5 rings or something. So let's pick the phone up and tell them to call back. Can you call back? No, not really. Well, but there's no one available for you. Fantastic. That's cheating. That's lying. Leave it to ring until someone can answer the phone properly. Don't just answer the phone because you've got a target to meet. I mean, it's bizarre. The Equality Advisory Service gets a person to pick the phone up. One of them didn't even have a decent microphone. You couldn't hear him. It sounded like he was gurgling underwater. And they pay someone to pick the phone up because they haven't got a menu system. And I called Scope 5 minutes after that, and they've got a voice menu, and it all puts on hold, and you're in the queue, and you what position you. EASS don't have that, apparently. Yes, apparently some people's IT teams aren't as good as other people's IT teams. Oh, I don't know. It's driving me up the wall. I'm literally sitting here thinking, who am I going to try tomorrow? And I don't know. I honestly don't know. It comes to something when even your mental health team can't call because they've only got private numbers. Not good enough mental health team. Yeah, it's not good enough. 2010 the Equality Act came in. So I suppose I better get onto the Standards Commissioner and contact NHS England to put another complaint in about my mental health treatment. I'm fed up of people saying they cannot call on a non-private number. That is bullshit. For the last 30 years, all PBXs have had a bypass code. But more than that, for the last 11 years, there's been a duty of care to make reasonable adjustments for disabled people. Do you remember all the ramps going in shops? All the little concrete ramps? So that all shops had to be accessible by wheelchair. Do you remember that? Yeah, they don't mind putting concrete ramps in that cost money, but to switch a phone system over to a non-private number, which costs less than putting a ramp in. I mean, if you know what you're doing, it's free. You just have to configure the box. This world is bullshit. I'm surrounded by liars. And I'm fed up of it. I've given space. This is bizarre. I've given space up here so that Caspi can sit up here with me. And he buggers off into the other room. I've actually rearranged it to make it more Casper friendly, can you believe it? And there's all this space here now, in this part of the desk. You can't see the desk, but there's this space here. And if Caspi was here, you could see him. I've done test videos with him, and he's been here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What am I going to do? I suppose I'd best get on and start emailing a couple of people. Thank you for watching. It's not quite the narrowboat that James built, but the diary that Gibbons built, I suppose you could call it. Thank you for watching. I'll speak to you tomorrow, hopefully.